All right. Out here, Beaver Falls trail. This is the lower falls. It's a ways away. Little hike. Beautiful, beautiful. Out here just outside of Rainier, Oregon. On a little hike. Fairly easy hike. It's definitely not one to do after it's rained. You want to definitely hit this one while it's dry. Gets a little muddy out here when it rains. Oh, a nice day for this. A little bit overcast. It's perfect. And you can take your pets out here. It's a nice little pet trail. During the early spring like this, definitely bring your mosquito repellent. Just now the end of April here. Summer's coming. Spring has sprung. Beautiful, beautiful. Nice on the way in here. It's all pretty much downhill. The hike back is a little bit funner. There's the falls, or the creek down there. Opens up a little bit right here. beautiful. Beautiful out here. I'd like to recreate this kind of Unreal Engine. It's a good little spot. It'd be fun to have a zip line right here, tied to one of these big trees. Zip on down there. That would be fun. Maybe tie it so you could zip all the way down the river here. Kind of hard to start hearing the falls up ahead. There it is. Yeah. There it is. Beaver Falls. Beautiful. And you can feel the wind coming off the falls right here. It's wild. Creates its own atmosphere right there. The water comes down. The mist comes through the air right here. It's kind of random. Recreating the falls like this and Unreal is going to be fun. I mean, look how fast the water falls. It's something. Man, beautiful. Do we dare try to get across over there? It's a little crazy. Fortunately, I'm a little crazy. Let's see. So cool down here. Boy, you'd have to be careful. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna try it. Not today. Maybe. Oh. I'll be right back. Nah, I probably don't want to try this. Just a little bit too deep for my boots. Maybe. I don't know. Let's go look. I don't know. Yeah, I probably don't want to try that. I could probably make it, but some of those rocks seem a little slippery. I don't think I'll brave that today. Maybe I'll come back in the summer. My boots on a little bit. A little bit higher. God, this is gorgeous. Look how the spray comes up through the air there. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Well, I think we're gonna take a seat right here. Oh, I just enjoy this. Take my headset. It's actually me. I actually did this. Let's go put it over here. There we go. this walking stick. Back on my hood. Angle. Nice and easy. Here we go. Okay. Luckily, I am like a ninja. a lot of 3-leaf clovers. I don't see any 4-leaf clovers. I got y'all looking now, huh? Like a cave or something up here. These little ferns growing from underneath the rocks here. Let's keep going. What's in this cave? Man, you can really hear it change right here. Looks like it's always wet right here because of the falls. Gotta be careful. Somebody dug out a hole here. Oh, look at that. We're gonna go through that. Oh yeah. It's sad people get back here and put graffiti on the walls. That's stupid. Ooh, look at that. That is coming down, boy. My jacket up here. Here we go. Here we go, boys and girls. It's not for the faint of heart. Here we go. Yeah, it's always a good idea to have a walking stick right here. This gets hairy. Ah, look at that. I don't know if I'm gonna go all the way under there. I should. Just to fucking do it. Oh, sorry about the cussing there. Didn't mean to cuss. Well, my GoPro might get a little wet right here. Oh well. Oh yeah. This is cool. Look. Hope my GoPro's okay. Good. Get a clear shot for a second at least. That's about it for me. Going this way anyway. Oh, that's so great. Wow. All right. Yep, it's always wet right here, so bring your non-skid hiking boots and the walking stick. Whew. Got a little wet there. Oh man, it's so great. During the summertime, it gets up into the 90s. Oh my gosh, it'd be perfect right here. Got a lot of people come on up here for that. All right, let's climb a little. Yeah, make sure you get an angled walking stick for this area. There's a few of them. This one's really good. And I'm gonna leave it for someone else right where I got it. Getting off my camera again. Woo. Let's get over here and take a look. That was great. That was great. Wow. Yeah, that was more of a level 4 or 5 hike at the end there. Definitely want to come prepared. It's going to always be wet right here. It's always going to be muddy. So just be ready. Although it might be a bright, beautiful, dry day, underneath here, not so much. Come prepared. Oh man, it's such a good time though. Well worth it to go up through there. You can toggle on this few times. The power of falling water. It's magical. Wonder what a little gravity and some weather will do. Brings life everywhere. I like that thought. My Mars oceans moved, rivers fed into them just like this. You gotta wonder. A place like this without life just doesn't seem real. But very possible. I don't know. Maybe we will be those seeds of life through the universe. We are the aliens. Who hold life. Magic. Real magic. Alright. I'm just going to leave this walking stick for someone else in their journey. If you come by, there it is. Somebody left their trash here. I'm taking it out. Plastic. That don't belong. Okay. You're up here. You see a little bit of trash, just take it with you. Obviously somebody either was careless or forgot or something. Just do it. There's another one. Make sure there's nothing living in it before you put it in your pocket. Alright. Back up the trail. Here we go. Beaver Falls did not disappoint everybody. Whew. Oh, love this. Somebody's got to get up here with a power washer and get this crazy graffiti off of rocks. Nuts. Why someone would come up here and deface this beautiful place is beyond me. There we go, back up the trail. This is where it gets a little heart racy. It's good if you have a big dog right here because it'll pull you up the trail. Otherwise you are left with a hike. I like to stop though a lot on the way back. Just look around. Oh, God. Stunning. Chilly underneath that fall. Huh. Woo. It'll never stop. Not for a while, anyway. I find the best way to go back up trails is to, you know, a little bit smaller steps, for sure. You know, like a bike in first gear. You know, you're taking tiny steps, especially to get up that steep stuff. It seems like you ain't moving sometimes, but you definitely are. So, small steps. Bigger ones for the flat areas, of course. You know, and you go slow, you might see a Bigfoot. Yeah, looking out at you from above. I like how they keep this trail nice and clear though. Sweet. Yeah, I might need a rope here. It's probably a good idea. It'll be a little bit up though. Let's see. Let's move this up just a little bit. There. Careful. See? Yeah, no one's tripping over the dang thing. Always help, always improve. Makes it better for the next group that decides to come through here. Gives them the expectation, you know, don't leave your stuff, don't leave your garbage. You pack it in, you pack it out. Yeah, reminds me of that part when the Groundhog Day, at the starting of the movie, goes, in the Northwest, you can see they have the very tall trees. This is true. Very tall. Very, very tall. Giant living things poking out of the ground. Magnificent. Dang, looks like a nice little swimming hole if you get down to it. Now it's a swimming hole for Sasquatch. That's about it. Oh God, I felt alive. So wonderful. But remember, if you're out alone, definitely take it slower than you normally would. Even, you know, your pace might be slow. With someone, even slower when you're alone. You don't want to be caught up here. A broken ankle or God forbid something worse. Can't imagine trying to have to crawl out of here. That would not be a good time. So while you're on the trail, extra careful. That doesn't mean you can't still do what you'd normally do, you just need to do it slower. I hear a little birdie right here next to me somewhere. Real close. All these rocks protruding. We've got an inverse kinematic issue that we're gonna have to deal with in Unreal. Terrain is wobbly at best, severely rocky at worst, and muddy at the same time. So kind of like the way Death Stranding handled its physics system. I like that. I like the way it makes you correct. If we could figure out how to do that in like a virtual reality system where you would have to put your foot like here on a just a little, you know, tree trunk that's growing out of the ground, but it, you know, saved your life by putting your foot on it. That would be interesting. I wonder if we could ever get some like a haptic feedback system would be cool. Where you could feel the ground underneath you. I like these cloudy low light kind of shots. Let you see more detail, especially movement where light's not casting shadows all over the place. It's more of a muted, viewable environment. first gear. Here we go. Oh, baby steps will get you all the way. Remember that. Baby steps are your friend. Okay, let's take a look back here. Up the trail. Here we go. Excuse me. Pardon me. This trail make you duck. Quack, quack. See how his roots come out of the ground around these stumps. Still living. Almost back. Not a long trip. Seriously short hike, but gets a little harder at the end if you want to go for it. See, I'm going for this. So switch it back right there, or I can go for it right here. Here we go. Let's get that blood moving. Heart pumping. Couple baby steps. Alright, here we are back to home camp. Hopefully my car's still here. There it is. Got a last piece of garbage as I come out. Oh. Okay. Good times. See you, people.